Hello and welcome to my kitchen. It's my favourite space to work. I have my very large breakfast bar. I have my fridge, my kettle, my mugs and my wine, which are all very important things I think when working. So I got back from Germany last night. I had such an awesome time. I haven't done as much work as I thought I was going to do. But this morning when I finally woke up, I did some designs which will hopefully help me explain exactly what I want to be doing, even if they're not that detailed. So I'm designing the room from American Gods. It's the carousel room, which is said to hold the world's largest carousel. I'm unsure yet whether I'm going to make the carousel. It's going to depend on time, but I'm definitely making the room that it sits in. So I automatically started thinking of a round room. I think, well, because of the carousel being round, I think it was going to look really nice in a round room. So that's what I'm looking at for now. Automatically think of Romanesque, kind of Colosseum look, I guess. And I did a very rough drawing this morning on the computer, which is here. I don't know how well you can see that actually. Yeah, kind of. I'm thinking of doing a row of pillars and arches. Each second arch on the bottom is going to have a doorway, and the reason for that is the scene leading up to the carousel room is described, well, it's kind of a maze. The room is within a maze, so I like the idea of having lots of different doorways. Above that I'm going to have a second row, which is I will explain to you in a moment. So in the book, it's only described very, very briefly actually. It's described as having carousel horses along the bottom, hundreds of them, very old, peeling paint dust, which sounds like it's going to be really fun and difficult to texture. And then above that it has, it says angels, and it says they are constructed from shop mannequins which have been very obviously put together and had wings attached to them, and I absolutely love that image. It's one of the main reasons I chose it. So lots of odd mannequin people along the top. Sounds great, sounds really good to me. So design wise, obviously looking at my pillars and my archways. To start off with, definitely Romanesque, and I really want to give a little bit of neoclassical, because when you look at cathedrals and churches with round rooms, they always have very ornate kind of carving, and although I don't want to do it really detailed because of the amount going on in the room, I do want to do some. So definitely looking at some of those influences from churches. Pillar wise, I've chosen my favourite pillar, which are Ionic pillars. I don't know if you have favourite pillars. I'm sure you all do. Ionic pillars are these. I don't know how well you can see these, by the way. Which are the ones with the scrolls and the fluting here along the actual column, which could be really difficult to model. And they also have carving below the scroll, just here. I'm going to try and model them. I think they might be difficult because of the fluting. If I decide they are too difficult and change my plan, then tell me off, because I think that's a really bad habit I have, simplifying things because it's easy, not necessarily better. So, they're pillars, my favourite pillars. What else? Carousel horsewise, you all know what they look like, I'm sure, but I drew one anyway, which is here. I think I'm going to get a book out from the library. I might go to the British Library because I've never been. I love libraries. There are so many different designs, I think, for carousels, and I really want to keep it very traditional and very Victorian. so I definitely want to get a book out. There's really not much online. I think, yeah, you can really be limited by research online, and I really recommend libraries and magazines as well. I collect magazines, which have always been so useful to me. Mannequin-wise, they're described as being sexless, and I really like doing women's bodies generally. So I think I am going to stick with women's bodies, but maybe with a bit of a twist. Mannequins never very rarely have genitals anyway, so I'll keep it quite sexist in that respect. I also thought it would be nice to, like this one, miss out some of the limbs, maybe some without heads or some without arms. I like that idea. I think I'm only going to have to model a few and then repeat them, although I think they'll be very difficult to model. We'll come to that when I have to. I like the idea of doing a sitting down one, maybe with the legs over the edge. I don't know yet. Faces, I did some face studies as well. I don't know if this is a bit too detailed. Obviously mannequins change with every shop, so I'm going to have to come up with one I really like, or maybe a few designs, and then do more than one. I think that's almost everything. A quick word about the floor. I'm going to keep it tiled. The reason for that is because of the reflections it's going to have. I want it to be really shiny, and the lighting in the room is meant to be really strong and reflective. So I think it's going to be really nice. Also quite easy to do because it's a flat surface and I'm quite good on Photoshop. So it'll just mean painting it and then importing it in as a texture map, and then adding the shine and things, which in theory is going to be quite easy to do. Maybe give me more time to do the carousel, which I really would like to do. Roof wise, I want to do a dome going on the neoclassical side, built up of segments. I think it's going to be quite dark up there, so I don't know how much detail I'm going to put in yet, but we shall see. If any of you have any questions, please email me. You can follow me on my Facebook, which is Hannah Halfpenny. I'm assuming I'm the only Hannah Halfpenny, but if not, I look like this. So do message me if you have anything to say. I'm very conscious of keeping these quite short because I think it's a real hassle for you to watch, and I don't want you to think of it that way at all if you watch them. I think that is everything. I'm working the next 4 days, so I won't have that much time, but in the evenings I hope to be blendering, and I am going to build hopefully the columns and the archways for the bottom level ready so I can repeat them around to make the circle. I will maybe on Monday or Tuesday, I'll definitely show you what I've done, and I might do a tutorial on how I've done it, although I think it's going to be quite simple. Maybe a lot of you haven't used Blender. Also, I think I'm going to do a quick tutorial on the interface of Blender, which is unlike any other 3D package, I believe. So I think that's quite important for you to know if you're going to use Blender. Also, I think that is everything. I shall go. Thank you for listening. I hope you're well.